right at the start.
Oh
And that does
no,
look like a dead hero to me. What do you think?
Yeah, it does, and Leostar is gonna be super happy about that.
It's a really nice start. They must have smoked right away to get there because this is still a bit early before bounty runes. So a good start for him. He's checking to see if there is tower range. Apparently you cannot actually check it from there. He thought maybe you could, but in reality it's too far away. But maybe they saw the ward get placed, so we'll see.
Definitely possible. A lot of really comfort heroes getting picked up on both of these teams. They talked a little bit about it during the draft.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I think
fun to watch for sure. But the HFN Luna is like so famous. It's one of his best heroes along with Slark.
But Luna is a bit iffy right now, generally. Her win rate is kind of low, so I'm very curious to see how he plays it. You can farm really fast. It's a good combo with IO for sure, in that it accelerates your attack speed, and you can move around the map and get eclipse kills a lot easier. But, yeah, well, I hope maybe it'll work really well. We'll see. Wind Ranger 4, a little bit atypical, but it matches up really nicely against Undying, so I like that pivot that they did. That was cool.
I feel like Leostar doesn't get too concerned over here in the mid lane because, you know, Bryle, he's playing a lane dominator. This is a nasty hero, causes a lot of problems. But this is definitely one of those heroes that's going to want to rotate early and is going to be making pressure around the map. How do you feel about this, though?
Yeah, it is pretty easy for Void Spirit to do that. Not so much for Viper, because Viper's a lot slower, doesn't have as much mobility. It's harder to like force less than ideal engagements. So, but on the bright side, Viper is going to be a lot better for being the upfront guy that is pressuring buildings and forcing team fights around other objectives.
That's true. I think too you can also be a little greedier with it, but I don't love seeing Bryle on these heroes that aren't
Playmakers.
Playmakers. Yeah, for sure. I feel like, you know, because this guy, you know, he can go off, he can stack for himself, he can go and use, you know, another toxin kind of push out after, or once the lane is pushed out, he can go and farm. But I just feel like this is wasting Brow's potential. I think that they could have found something maybe a little better. I understand why they picked it. I know that they wanted someone else that can kind of be in the front and also be tempo, but
yeah, it's
that's
tough
the only thing I'm worried about
sometimes
here with
seeing
this.
that difficulty, knowing that they're not going to be able to do cool playmaking stuff, because it did hurt them a bit in the first game. But they did kind of need somebody else to be in the front. Underlord can't be the only one, and Viper is going to be a good substitute for that, especially because there's a lot of melee heroes on the opposite side, and it's going to give them another person that can help hit Tombstone. So there's a lot of good matchup reasons to pick it there. But if it works out, a little bit of pressure on Frank here, but double Gale.
There's the roll in, Moon Meander, he's sick real low. He'll be able to go and find it. Frank turning back around again, gonna try to put out this damage over to HFN. He's tanking. There's a lot of this damage over here. Is it gonna be? No, this is not looking good for HFN. This is gonna be second death.
On the bright side, that was a neutral creep kill, so it could have been worse for Crazy there, but so the strong thunderclap, dude, does 150 damage. It's real good. AUI slightly out of position, but he'll be fine.
A little bit more damage being placed down here over, but MNC has to be careful. Ooh, the power shot, he's so low, but he's just not quite fast enough. They'll have to settle with taking MJZ, I think. And he will go down.
That's the worst feeling, knowing like, oh, I should be able to kill this Underlord, and then he just like stands in the creep wave and you're like, oh, never mind. All right, I can't kill you. And then he just firestorms himself, and you just can't fight it. A really good side pull here. Oh, unfortunately, it's not stacked, but either way, this will be a little bit of good experience coming to AUI.
Like the mid lane going about as expected. 14-5 over on the Void Spirit, and 12-7 over on Bryle. So pretty even for the most part. Struggling a little bit. I'm not sure if he's had to ferry anything out, but top lane, HFN is just suffering so badly. This hero is not making the cut, although Matthew needs to be careful now. He's going to take that tower. Io turning back around. They'll help to go and secure the kill, so maybe perhaps a little bit too far of a dive there.
It looked like they were going to get that kill. I do not blame them for diving, but that Lucent being messed up. They got just out of range of that last Orb of Venom slow, so he wasn't quite close enough to catch up. And before that moment, I was just sitting there thinking like, man, this dual lane is dominating the Luna IO because they don't have enough disables, and their damage is it's just moderately weaker than what the Veno and the Earth Spirit can output.
So I have another question for you because I know that Earth Spirit recently. Oh, hold that thought. We've got a couple
he's dead now.
movements around the map. Moon Meander, a couple hits here, and that's gonna be a dead IO. Surprised that we didn't see more bottom. HFN, this is gonna be his third death. Oh, this is a disaster for Crazy. They cannot afford to have this happen. It's too many times, too fast in a row.
And
MJZ somehow survived bottom.
The Observer knew. They're from the future. They've seen this game before, and they're like, no, we know he's gonna have 3 HP.
That's very useful.
But Earth Spirit's damage is just so high. Like Luna's one of the changes or nerfs to Luna is that they increased her base damage, but unfortunately they didn't give. She doesn't get armor from her passive anymore. So she has about the same damage, but she doesn't have as much survivability as she did early on, and they can clearly kill her through the heal.
This is very questionable coming out now. Though bottom lane, they're making moves on MNZ, but they're just still not able to grab him. MJZ making it out. Last time he's brought out a salve. This time MNZ is going to be able to survive. They're so close a lot of the time in this bottom lane, but they're just not able to get enough damage out. Not fast enough anyways.
And on the bright side, Gyro doesn't jungle as quick as most carries do normally. It can cost them a lot of like regen items, that kind of stuff to accelerate. But overall, great net worths on the Radiant team for Thunder Predator. Like Gyro's quite high in comparison to Luna. It's died less than him. Luna should be able to jungle faster and catch up though, especially with the IO. So able to go about even. The constant pressure.
I mean, it depends. Yeah,
if they're able... level 6.
Yeah, Frank is massive. Going right back in again. They'll be able to slow down HFN. Moonmeander's doing everything he can, but it just cannot keep him alive. Even has that urn charge being thrown out on Moonmeander, who's trying to just hide underneath the tower. Frank is taking a decent amount of damage, so Moon trying to slow him down a little bit here, trying to put some damage, back him away.
This is like the most busted thing about a fast urn is that if you get a kill, you're like, oh, free salve. You know, a salve at 6 minutes is insane, right? And
Moonmeander goes down. Well. MNZ is just chasing after Keizu, who's a big tanky boy, but he is forced to try to run away here. In fact, he's dead. So is Owie.
Rocket Brush, very strong ability there, especially with the decay to lower HP. It's the combo, man. Lower HP and pair with the nuker. Sorry, what'd you say?
Browse Courier just got murked too. My goodness. Things are falling apart for Crazy here. What's happening?
Yeah, laning stage is just not going the best, unfortunately. That double kill bottom was definitely the most dangerous, the most unfortunate thing to happen so far. Because like the top lane was going bad, but it seemed like they were doing better than what Gyro was outputting. Doesn't seem to be the case anymore. He's going for a Mask of Madness on Gyro, actually. That'll really help him in jungle speed, for sure. Oh, they're going for a fight.
There's that ultimate. The roll through. Owie is waiting nearby, though. Looks like he'll be able to go get the shackle up, but they'll be able to follow up. In comes Leo Style. They're looking. Frank sitting very low. I'll be able to get the kill. When Meander chasing after him, HFN and the IO will fall. And only Owie will be alive. Although Bryle does make a rotation to the top lane here. Looks like he's going to be able to go and get a kill on Matthew. Matthew just trying his best, but he knows he's going to go down.
Not that bad. 2 for 2 then. On the bright side though, killing the Luna again is just going to keep those two in a bad place. But Luna's net worth is actually not terrible. So despite all the deaths, they're not doing that bad. But it's looking like Thunder Predator could run away with this game, especially with how much gank potential they have between Void Spirit and Earth Spirit.
Oh, Keizu. A solo kill by the gyrocopter in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it's not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
So, but this is what happens when you get a level disadvantage. Your support leaves, and if you make a little mistake there, especially if you like blind lands the cooldown, then you're in a really bad place.
Yes, you're dead. That is not a good place to be.
And dying is not good. Don't want to die.
No.
Yeah.
No, you want to play the video games, guys. You want to make sure you're alive so you can play those games.
Ooh, they did get an Iron Talon though. That's pretty sick.
That's what they need pretty badly here.
Yeah. You're going to be able to jungle with that pretty effectively here. It's kind of crazy to think back of those first couple engagements. Imagine if it had gone the other way, you know, if Kezu had barely stayed alive or something like that. It would have been a very different laning stage. But now that he's behind, going to be rough to lane against the Underlord. And I guess that's one nice thing about having Gyro versus Underlord is that the majority of your damage is magic. you don't have to hit him necessarily, so you can be a little bit more careful with how you engage, and you have actual harassment and kill options. So getting left in that 1v1 actually leaves you in a decent place, as long as you have the mana.
Well, they're playing this draft very well coming out from the side of Thunder Predator for sure. I know the panel was saying, you know, they're going to have to put their foot on the gas. They have this really nice early game advantage. If they don't win the early game, it's going to be very difficult. And I would say that they're doing a good job with this here. MJZ, though, having to run away from KZ. MNZ nearby, too. Doesn't look like they want a hard commit on this. Bryle, a little indecisive, keeps kind of dodging between the two heroes, but both of them just walk away. Except for MJZ, who was looking for the rune.
Trying to be safe here and not go for it. He saw the relocate coming in, so that's why he's running to the side. Rob wouldn't have been able to get that kill, probably. He was just a little bit too far away, basically. And that's the only reason that he didn't commit to it. And at that point, the Undyne was far enough away, they thought maybe I can get the gyro, but then gyro got in trees. So it's just one of those situations where it's like, if Viper has 20 more movement speed, that's a kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
More harass being placed over here. We already have using that wind run is taking a lot of damage just from these wards alone. He is gonna get taken down by this poison sting at the very least. And there he goes, down he goes. Frank the tank, coming at you. Gonna take your towers, take your wind runners. Leave nothing behind.
That's very different skill build here for the Venomancer than normal, but I guess if you're trying to kill your hero.
Yeah, bottom lane, Bryle getting moved on. Frank also there. MNZ, they'll go jump in, and just like that, it's a double kill for Leo style.
I think they won the team fight. That was pretty strong.
Yeah, maybe.
Strong. Okay, well, instant collapse there on Bryle, who can't get away very well. They're gonna spot the next group though.
Oh god, HFN goes for the Eclipse, and they have, oh my god, they have a Spirit Vessel completed at this point. Frank is a monster. Chasing after Moon Meander, the roll forward coming out from Matthew. They are just going to town and just forcing Crazy out of their own triangle, and that feels so bad. They need the space. They need recovery. Very similar to game number 2, where Crazy was the one putting that pressure down, and they just could not find any space for MNZ on the Faceless Void.
11
what do
minutes
they do?
on the Spirit Vessel. It's so fast. Yeah, you're right. The pressure has been a little bit too strong, and it's tough to play against this, especially when you have a Wind Ranger forward. This is a great example of where the hero falls flat, is that if your lane doesn't go as well, then it feels like your impact is going to be low, because realistically, you're not going to have a big focus fire damage output for a long time. It's mostly just Jackal shot.
Oh my god, HFN, again, he is dead. Just absolutely murdered. Double damage rune over on Leo style. He's still hunting. He wants Moon Meander. They'll throw out the stone. Doesn't quite connect though, and he is taking a lot. But Frank says, don't worry, I will clean up on the back lines. I'll take Owie out, no problem.
What an absolute dominant game so far. 19-6. They're only up by 5k, I guess. But it's still a pretty huge advantage at this point.
Middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I guess where does HFN go? Because, okay, he goes, relocates bottom. Hope that they get this kill on Frank. It looks like it's definitely a done deal. They should let HFN get the kill. It's Bryle who finishes off, though. Leo style jumping forward, and they've got a lot of damage here. Is Bryle going to get taken down? It's looking like he ticks, yeah. And then HFN, he's got caught. He manages to go and help collect the kill with Bryle, but he's going to fall to Matthew. That's not a worthy trade, I don't think.
Probably not, but they're also losing. Oh, they lost 3 heroes. Yeah, there's 2. They got 2 for 3. It could have been worse, but it was not great. Yeah, you're definitely right. But it feels good to get kills, right? Even if you're losing, you're like, ah, I got you. One in the bag.
Yeah, you know, that's actually, the whole goal was actually just to kill the Venomancer. That's no longer defense of the Ancients. It's just kill the Venomancer. So they're winning with that now, right? Because they've got a couple kills.
Yeah. Very important. Oh man, Kezu very underfarmed here. Only a Bracer and a Soul Ring and a Wand. Not a good sign. But they do finally get the tower at least. This is a good start. Gyro's so farmed, I really worry about their chances though, because he's going to be picking up Ags, and then he's going to basically power farm at an equal speed as what Luna is outputting. Very tough game for Crazy at this point, because it just feels like with their weak disables, basically, good luck getting kills when your support duo is an IO and an underfarmed Wind Ranger.
You know, you hope for the best. You hope maybe you can get a pick off or whatnot. But I think the other problem is the way that the items are trending right now in Dota are towards like very cheap, sort of effective items, and these supports are able to grab them up. Not to say that you know the Spirit Vessel was necessarily a cheap item, but it had cheap components, and he was able to get it so fast that it becomes a huge problem. Like, look at this again, just jumping right up here, stun silence, everything in the kitchen sink. See ya later, HFN. And now poor Moonmeander, poor Brile, they cannot get away fast enough right now. In fact, they're ticking out. That'll be a dead Brile, looking like a dead Moon Meander. And poor KZ says, get in the car. We're going home, Owie. And unfortunately, it looks like Owie misses the bus, so he is going to have to run on home.
I love what Matthew did there. Blocked the power shot to slightly reduce the damage, dealt the Void Spirit, and kept him alive. I'm pretty sure. That was a really cool play. But I also love how quick they're jumping on their targets. As soon as they see an enemy, everybody goes in at the same time, and they blow that Luna up. The faster you kill him, the harder it is for him to get regen and lifesteal from the IO. And then the big damage issue in the fight is gone. And they've just done a wonderful job finding where he's going to be and crushing him.
Well, they know where he is. They're on their way. Not feel good. I hear a roll. I hear a call down. I hear many Viper spells. They do manage to get the shackle off, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to follow up. There's the Soul Rip, Eclipse coming through. This might be a dead MNZ. This could be really good for the side of Crazy. And yes, they'll be able to take down the Gyrocopter. And they're looking for a little bit more. They're hoping maybe they can grab MJC, but nice kick coming out here from Matthew. We'll throw him away, so they're going to have to work for it. As he's trying to juke, he's got his dancing shoes on. Isn't going to be enough, though. Drops a ward. Or rather, drops the tombstone. They drop a ward, and they manage to go and collect on him. They'll collect on the tombstone, and they'll be able to probably take a tower. Although Leo Style pulling in HFN doesn't want to allow him to take this just yet, but I don't think he's going to be able to save this tower. Not from what they're outputting right now.
They're just here to push the tier 1 tower, and they happen to get kills along the way. That's all. They've done a good job. So finally getting some ground. It's not going to be massive, but a 7k, 6k difference is a whole lot closer here. But the big items are coming. Void Spirit almost done with his Ags. That silence is going to be insanely good against a lot of the heroes on Crazy's side if you can use them in time, especially Viper. Like, Viper is a hero that really needs to not be silenced at any point in the fight so that he can start building up those stacks and casting spells at the right time. And it might be difficult to impact that if Void Spirit jumps in the middle of the enemy team. And a lot of big items coming from the Dire team, that's for sure.
Got the Ags online for the Gyrocopter, the Ags online for Leo Style. And they're trying over on the side of Crazy, but they're got a ways to go to catch up at this point. Frank. Leo Style getting a kill on Moon Meander. He's just trying to TP out. Is he going to be able to do it? He's ticking pretty low.
He did go to Fountain, so he's safe. He was definitely looking at a different part of the map.
Yeah. Well, there's not much vision up for the side of the Dire. It's very scary for them. Looks like we've got that one ward they placed over in the middle lane trying to find MJZ, and they'll throw one up over here on the eye spot, but they feel a little uncomfortable right now with what they have.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Invasion, though. You can see the Venomancer trying to push out the wave, and the rest of the team kind of setting up shop over here on the side for Crazy. They can't really go towards their jungle right now. It doesn't feel safe. Do you like the way that they've slowed down this pressure on Thunder Predator, or do you think that they need to just continue?
I think they're fine. They have enough of an advantage right now that they can pretty safely slow down a little. Like, they did such a good job in the first like 15 minutes pressuring and ganking the Luna that I think they've.
Oh boy! All right. Well, they found the kill on Frank, but this is not looking great here for Brile. He'll be the next to pop. So you end up losing your off lane, but you managed to take down the mid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Okay.
What does HFN
They'll relocate.
Right
almost BKB. Going straight Yasha BKB. Just pretty lean. Not buying anything really much to accelerate, but he's got so much attack speed from Moon Meander, that the Yasha gives him that perfect blend of movement speed and attack speed that'll favor both of them. And then obviously BKB is just going to make all the fights a lot easier. He's the focus of the fights, so if he can just go magic immune, then he's going to be able to have a big impact.
Now, Wind Run's not going to save you there, Owie.
A lot harder to do the what Matthew did the other game on Ember Spirit with a Wind Ranger. We've only got so many seconds.
Well, you do the best you can. You try to get information. It's a pretty dark map, like I said, for the side of the Dire, so
Yep.
work with what you got. But this Roche is going down pretty fast, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to contest.
Pretty easy kill. They've got so much single target damage between Rocket Barrage and Ag on Gyro and Venom as well, really. And now with Aegis on top of him, how is Crazy going to take a fight? It's going to be really hard. Like, even with BKB on Luna, it'll be effective at hitting people that don't have BKB, but what's going to happen is they're going to clash, Gyro's going to run with BKB, anybody that doesn't have BKB runs away, and Luna's still going to be taking a lot of damage.
I mean, even before the Aegis, it was still pretty hard for Crazy to take a full team fight. They've gotten a couple pickoffs, which is great. They needed those. They needed to find a way to make space for HFN so he could recover, but they're just not... I'm not sure if they're ready to go. I mean, the BKB on Luna is a huge deal, though. That's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
For sure.
It will. But her overall raw stats are not that healthy compared to where you normally expect a Luna when she picks up BKB. Like 1500 HP. It'll get better when she hits 15, a little bit more levels, more movement speed, that kind of thing. But here comes any potential side ganks.
Here comes Leo's style. Yeah, he's got the Ags going. There's a nice Shackle coming out from Owie. It's like they waited for him. They knew he was coming, but they'll go. They'll drop the Tombstone, so it'll ripple by them a little bit more time. That's the BKB being used over here on HFN. They're going to go right back in again. Moon Meander's not looking too healthy. It looks like HFN's going to be able to make it out, but now Owie left behind. Spirit Vessel, everything. Trying to get this kill on the Curry. He's not going to be able to. He'll get taken down by MJZ.
Are fortified.
Really good fight, considering. But still 2 dead heroes on Crazy's side. And Luna used BKB. It was a good attempt on the Void Spirit, but what a great time to have an Illusion Rune. That's like the second or third time this game that he's got that picked up and ready to soak up Eclipse.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All about the efficiency, like we said. And a little bit of luck, right? Because of the rune.
Yeah, a little bit, yep.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But that may be why he was looking for danger anyways, because he knows that the Illusion was going to give him a solution against literally any hero on the enemy team. So definitely a good rune to find.
Dire's bottom tower is under
That's the reason they call him the Rune of Opportunities.
Yep.
All right, well,
Mech ready to
Crazy.
go.
Going for the smoke.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant
Power shot to push out the wave a little bit. They're expecting somebody to push up here. So
Oh, I
they're
like
hoping
this.
to hide in trees.
They're on the high ground here, though.
I think Wind Ranger just... I don't know. I don't know if they saw where a power shot came from. Their vision is so good up there. They must have sensed the smoke coming. And now Wind Ranger moving into the tri-camp area.
Dire's middle tower
Getting caught.
Oh, and the roll forward. Leo Style just cleans up on
my
Owie.
God.
It's almost immediate. Over on the other side, though, MNZ, he's got his own BKB. He's trying to just get enough damage over here onto HFN. Casey says, get in the car. We're going home. We're not taking this fight.
Pretty comfortable considering. They didn't use BKB on Luna, so they could potentially still fight again, but definitely a little scary here. Io goes to the top lane with Luna. They're going to push out the creep wave once or twice in the meantime, and then go to defend bottom and still not lose too much map control.
There's no Eclipse on the Luna, though.
Oh, that's true.
think that's-
If they did use that.
Yeah. That seems important. Casey doing the best he can, trying to push off the creep wave. He's pretty much the only one who can do it, other than maybe Owie if he gets very comfortable with being able to throw out that power shot, but again, very difficult.
Bottom tower has fallen.
You gotta give HFN a lot of... Oh god, they knew immediately. They go right back over. There's the Yules, the Dragon's Eight, the Remnant. BKB is gonna have to come out, and he's gonna have to TP away. They don't have any way to cancel it, so he's gonna be all right. But that's a defensive BKB and his teleport scroll down.
Mm-hmm. Good pressure. And they instantly sprint across the map here. They're trying to force the fight now, knowing that he doesn't have BKB. This is a great moment. They didn't even clear the creep wave there near the tier 2 tower. That's how little they care about this. They're trying to take this opportunity, pressure some tier 2s, get some kills, and ideally go high ground because they know they have a good gold advantage.
They still have an Aegis, too.
Yep.
under attack.
Just like that, they'll be
Going
able to rip
Daedalus.
down this tier
Dire's
2 in the
structures
mid.
are fortified.
I like the Daedalus on Gyrocopter here. He's just trying to do as much damage to BKB targets,
Radiant's
basically.
top tower is
So
under
it'll be the
attack.
best way to do it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Matthew trying to
Ooh,
break
that
them
was-
apart here. Moon, though, tied at the hip. It's not
Can't
going
break
to leave
apart
his
true
friend.
love.
Radiant's
No, you
bottom
can't.
tower is under
Look at
attack.
that. Standing by her side. No matter what. Till one of them is dead, you know, or he finds a
Yep.
better target to hold on to,
Yeah.
and then he doesn't die.
Yeah, sometimes your partner is a dumpster fire and you need to tether away to somebody else. You know? How that works.
BKB comes out, but the BKB is here on MNZ. They just rip apart this aisle. MNZ needs to be careful, though. HFN, he's doing a decent amount of damage here, and this is not looking great for the Undying. He's going to be the next to fall. They'll follow up with the Nova. HFN taking a lot of damage. This is not looking super great for him. Frank, though, getting clicked down by Brow, will get tethered over to the tree. He will be the next one to fall.
Pretty good, considering that they're losing. Losing Luna again was once again not a good thing because that's the person they're putting all of their hopes of this game on. But getting some kills does give them a little bit of map control and some time. And with time, Wind Ranger is going to be more effective. So it can't be all bad. Because realistically, Thunder Predator is also a little bit on a one core lineup. Void Spirit has great damage potential, scaling, all that stuff. But Luna she's still keeping up decently. But when we start seeing like Satanic Rapier, that's when the game ends, basically. But it'll be a long time, and they're buying themselves some time.
I do love a good rapier game. Leo style. Gonna be able to go snatch up another
Radiant's middle
illusion rune
tower
over
is
here.
under attack.
Oh, beautiful.
He'll save that for later. And there's the completed
Radiant's middle tower is under
Daedalus
attack.
timing. 25
25
in.
minutes. Yeah, that's really fast. If I have like Ags and BKB at 25 minutes, I'm like, God, I'm so good at farming. So yeah, he's doing a little bit better than that. That was really close. So looking for those solo picks on the split pushing heroes is always going to be the goal of the winning team. AUI going to try to safely split push out the side lanes, keep pressure on the towers, helps gives them vision, makes it safer for them to play in the jungle, basically. That's why he puts this ward down, so it's harder for them to TP to the outpost and kill him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty safe play so far.
Yeah, they have to be very
Probably-
careful because once they get to like around the 35 minute mark, generally with a Luna, if you win one fight, Luna is just gonna tear apart all of your buildings. But looks like they're gonna give a little bit of chase down here. Matthew poking away, will get shackled up to the tree. And they're gonna go right back in again. Not gonna be able to quite grab them in time. The roll going a little bit far because they do have the Yules, but they'll be able to go and get themselves a kill on Owie. But Luna
that
and
eggs
the
on?
Aya will be able to live again, or rather live another day, so to speak.
Was that eggs on Earth Spirit? I think it was,
Does
right?
he have the eggs?
I think so. It looked like he used it on the IO.
Nope.
Pretty sure.
Is it?
Anyways,
Oh, that's-
it was good initiation. I think he tried to like. I don't know if you turn him into a stone, he probably still goes back after relocate. But maybe he's just trying to stop him from doing anything. I'm not sure.
True.
But they're still together, never separated, except for right there.
Oh
But every
god.
other
Oh
time, not
no.
separated.
It's all right. They're back together now. Everyone can breathe easily.
Dragonlance makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with them so far. That's for sure. Just really needs a little bit of HP. A little slap in the face.
Just a little playful one, you know.
Mhm.
Like, hey buddy, winky face. Not gonna kill you today. No worries.
Let him waste his time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Solar Crest is so good this game, with Gyro as your frontliner. Especially that big old Daedalus. So much damage.
So are they just waiting for the next Roche at this point? Are they playing it very safe?
Tower is under attack.
I think that they feel like they are ahead and they can play semi-normally here. And that they just don't want to force any fights when crazy... Like, they don't want to do any high ground fights probably for Roche, but they just took the tower top. It'll make it easier to take Roche at this point. They can... So basically, they're just playing it safe. They don't have to be super aggressive right now or go for any major kills if crazy isn't spread out. The last couple of fights have been like almost even, and that's kind of dangerous when you have a pretty firm lead.
Radiant structures
No bottom
are
tower is going to get fortified. They've been putting a lot of pressure on this, trying to cut off the jungle just a little bit more. But looks like no one's interested in coming to defend or even
Dire's
just
top tower
to take a
is under
fight at this
attack.
point.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Looks like they're going to try to force some TPs though.
It's just really hard to move down there and defend the tier 2 tower when they have utter jungle control. It's like you could TP 5 heroes, but like the fight is probably going to go bad, so it's easier just at that point to continue farming where you are and let them take the tier 2 tower, basically. The Earth Spirit's playing around the area. He's trying to spot smokes that would come from that tier 2 into their side, basically the rest of the map that they control. And they've spotted here, so we'll see if they take a fight now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Courier
attack.
kill. Runes are up.
Like basically how they moved just there, they basically contained Crazy to the Radiant bottom jungle and nowhere else. So just by staying on that cliff and showing that they're there with enough heroes, like Crazy has this jungle, but they have literally everything else. Like Crazy has one lane and a couple camps, and that's it.
Looks like they're about to get themselves a Wind Ranger kill too, although if she's silenced up, being held into place, still alive for a little bit longer. It does eventually get taken down. They're trying to keep this Earth Spirit alive. Not going to be able to do it though, as Bryle has popped his BKB and he walks away.
Okay. Oh, well, not bad. Decent for Crazy. Not necessarily more than they need, but still getting farm. Luna's still accelerating, and now they're going to take another fight. They didn't lose that much. Tombstone did get used, so basically Undying is going to be useful or useless in this next fight. They've still got Eclipse. See what Moon picks up here. A Tome for level 15.
Roche
They're
is
just
up.
starting the jungle. The Plague Ward thought he could defeat Roshan. What an idiot.
You know, Plague Wards have dreams too, Purge.
Yes. Only I had Aegis,
Yeah.
I would last for longer than 45 seconds.
That's true. That's not incorrect. Do you
Oh,
see
they got
the,
Butterfly ready.
the
See what?
relocate? They're going to just shove out.
Everyone TPing bottom. They're going to defend this or catch it. And they separate.
Hoping that
Oh,
they
they
can
did
get the
it.
catch. They managed
He's
to
dead.
separate
So sick.
Luna, popping the BKB. They don't have anything to cancel this out, so we'll be able to
That was
walk
really-
away, but
That was really smart. So what he did was he, rather than just normally punching him to separate, what would happen is I would just retether him before relocate ends. But if he uses Ags on him, then he becomes invulnerable for that period. So if it's that retether period moment, he just gets to separate him guaranteed. Really cool item to solve the IO problem a little bit. It's not ultimately amazingly successful, but it did waste a BKB charge. So that part is going to be nice. They're looking for a
And then
kill
they can
here.
just- rinse and repeat, or get a kill on Bryle, who was just trying to farm his own triangle. Is it really his anymore, though? I don't think it is.
Under attack.
No, basically their safe space is the Radiant side of the jungle map. Basically, an Underlord gonna pressure tower a bit, just being really safe here, pulling back Moon Meander, who was sitting behind him, and they will take Roshan. Satanic is up. Gyrocopter is basically invincible at this point.
Not sure what Owie's doing over there. Maybe just scouting for anyone who TP's back.
Also, potentially that if there is a hero that goes, he could come from behind them and set up a kill, basically. It's a
That's
lot of
true.
the goal. So, he also put that ward over there. So, blinked in,
okay.
probably put the ward deep. That way, when they do split push, they're going to better see people rotating or better be able to get a kill. And those are some of those, like, really good kill moments that they could have if they find. Like, imagine if it's just Gyro here and, I don't know, Luna moves up and they kill Gyro by themselves. That'd be really sick. Octarine picked up. Kind of a cool void item. Not too expensive nowadays, but still gives you really good cooldown reduction and magic resistance.
A little bit of marrying going on now from the side of Crazy. They're forced out of the jungle. They've taken back their outpost on the side of Thunder Predator, but they also have an Aegis. And they managed to go and grab up the IO. A little bit of a candy kill. But now they don't have to worry about him teleporting up and around the map. In the bottom lane too, HFN forced to run away. Matthew kind of just saying, shoot, get out of here, cat lady.
Yeah,
You're not
would have
wanted
liked to
here.
catch her, but she's real quick. And her items are starting to look pretty respectable. The butterfly makes her look a lot more effective. What's her next item? Satanic or something? I'm not sure. Good luck killing Viper with an Octarine. We'll see.
Oh boy, Matthew just cruising on past everybody is forced to go into that storm form, but MJZ coming in with MNZ. They're looking for this fight they wanted. They're taking a look over here at Kezo, and they just do too much damage. They'll take down the big chunky boy, and now they're looking for a little bit more. Do they have anything to catch them, though, is the real question. Leo Stalli's does have the Yules ready if he wanted to use it, but doesn't have any of those astral steps. So we'll have to be satisfied with taking down the Underlord.
It's got the low cooldown abilities, but it wasn't quite enough to do everything they wanted. It looked like a really good fight. I loved how the Earth Spirit played that engagement. He looked very dead, but launching himself to the right and then back into the fight was a really cool way to play the hero. So they're going to try to split push here. They know that they can't fight, at least without Underlord. He's going to probably untether. No, he brings him back. Okay, they're going to defend.
Their true love, we talked about this, Purge, joined at the hip.
That's true. They had
yeah, that's one
Glit,
thing.
So
One thing I'm really always impressed by is Matthew's skills as position 4, his itemization choices and whatnot. We're seeing quite a bit of that, especially, you know, like you said, being able to jump in and then all of a sudden, you know, turn yourself to stone, get yourself out of harm's way, or in this case, you know, trying to separate this Luna and the Io so that way she can't go home, force out the BKB charge and whatnot. But we do have a smoke from Crazy. Not sure what they're trying to do with it right now, but they're trying.
not really sure either. Maybe hoping that like Gyro would go high ground and they could jump on him or something, but Thunder Predator playing safe in the moment. Still pushing side lanes, looking for a kill on somebody. It's only their 5 though. And he might not even die.
That's what it's looking like. He's looking very healthy to me right now, Purge. They'll go right back in. They spy out the IO. They don't want him to be able to do anything this fight. So that is one dead companion cube. And Matthew over on the side. He's got his eyes over here. He's going to try to slow down this Viper. And Bryle is going to be the next one to fall on the side of Crazy. So there is no IO, no Viper, and no buyback on either one of them.
Rough one. AOI still pushing side lanes. Good luck on
He's doing what he
defending here.
can. Oh no, Luna, the BKB comes out. And Leo Style just clicks her down. There is buyback on the Luna. He could try to come back up again, but I'm not sure if she's going to be able to stand toe to toe. There's the buyback.
So
it's
difficult.
go time. It's been an uphill battle for them, for sure. Luna struggled very hard in lane. They started to lose some lives in the bottom lane too, and the middle not really going one way or the other, but roll forward, the kick back. It's a beautiful statue of this Underlord, don't you agree? KZ's gonna get silenced up. They're gonna try stabbing some of that strength, and he is just dead. They're not done yet either. They're looking for more. They're looking for this Wind Ranger. They're looking at Moon Meander too. They say, oh, well, if you're gonna just run on in, we'd love to just add you to our collection right now. Buyback comes out from Owie. And HFN, this is gonna be it, I think, Purge. The disconnect.
Yes.
The good game gets called. Thunder Predator, taking it 2-1.
Well deserved. Both games, especially games 2 and 3, a little bit snowball momentum based, right? And that's why sometimes it seems confusing when players will draft heroes that don't make sense to you.